Well, we can see smoke, but we can't see Journey. There we go. All right, let's see if anybody shows up. I don't even know what I'm doing with this. Okay. Oh, there's one person. Hello. Welcome. This is an impromptu live. I'm just here for a little bit to say thank you to everybody who has recently subscribed and celebrate making the 500 subscribers. I think we're like 509 subscribers or something like that now. Can I raise this? I am Nancy. My name is Nancy. I live in my 2019 Ram Pro Master high top 159-inch wheelbase extended van. I've been living in here for, it's going to be 5 years in March. And I love every second of it. And we post some videos and hi from Texas. Hey, Texas. That's a long ways away. Welcome. I'm in Canada, Vancouver, BC. So quite a bit further north than what you are, but I'd sure like to be down in Texas right now. I think the weather is probably still a little bit warmer, I would think. And I've never been to Texas. I've been down as far as San Diego, California, San Diego, but never as far as Texas. I've been to Florida. That was nice. But I'd really like to go to Texas. So welcome from Texas. Welcome. If you don't happen to be a subscriber, maybe consider subscribing. Follow us on our little Vanlife Jernie. And hit that notification bell, and then you can see any new videos that do pop up. Who do we have here? Hi, Ryder Richardson. And of course, Paul Bridgers is from Texas there. Jay Hayrock, hello, hello. Who would, sorry, my glasses aren't the best. I need new ones. Mostafa Alturk. Yo, what's up? Would you rather watch a tree grow or a knee? You kind of lost me on that one, Mustafa. Root X Theta. Theta? How are you? I'm fine, thank you. How are you? I hope you're all doing well. Jay Hayrock asks, do I have a van? Yes, I do. I have a 2019 Ram ProMaster 3500. It is the 159-inch wheelbase extended, so it's the biggest of the ProMasters that you can get. And it's been a fantastic van. I do live in it, and I have been living in it since 2020, March. March 7th will mark my 5-year anniversary of living in the van, and I love every second of it. It's the best decision that I ever made in my life. Getting back to Mustafa with your question, what's up? Would you rather watch a tree grow or a knee? I'm not quite sure I follow. I love trees. Not sure I have the patience to watch them grow, though. What is my dog's name? Well, I have 2 of them. This one here that's doing all the annoying slopping and licking, that's Smoke. He is a recent adoptive dog that I picked up just a little over a year ago. It'll be 2 years in April, something like that. And that one there, right there, that's Jernie. She's the namesake of the channel. So Vanlife Jernie. She is an older girl. She just turned 13, so she's getting up there, and she's kind of tired. She's battling cancer, so yeah, she sleeps a lot now. Hello from West Virginia. Sally. Hey, Sally. How's it going? Glad you can make it. You love them both. They're precious. Yeah, they're quite They're quite lovely. I couldn't have asked for two better companions to have in a van. Smoke has adapted well. He hasn't been here all that long. Is it morning for you? No, it's early afternoon. It's just after 2 p.m. How far do you travel in your van? WS791 asks, how far do you travel in your van? Um, Not as far as I'd like to. I'd like to travel further distances than just in the lower mainland. I'm in British Columbia, Canada, Vancouver area-ish. Um, so I'd like to travel further than that. And I have done a little bit of travel to a little bit east of in BC, but I haven't traveled outside of BC yet. I'd love to go down to the States. There's some hikes down in the Washington and Oregon areas that I'd really like to check out and just get out in nature and enjoy some scenery. But travel is in the plans. I'm not quite sure how soon, but I would really like to do some traveling, yes. So I've been to Kamloops, BC, Kelowna, BC, Salmon Arm, BC. I've even been over to the Vancouver Island area up to Campbell River. But that's about it. So unfortunately, I haven't been too far, but I plan to. Paul Bridger says, love seeing you and the babies. Thank you so much, Paul. We love seeing you here in the live stream. Thank you for joining us. US791, you're from UK. Nice. I'm half English. My father was from Lancashire. He was born in an area near Blackpool called Preston, in a town called Goosner. Not sure if you know where that is. Jay Hayrock is in Canada. Welcome, fellow Canadian. Sally, just taking care of my mom. She just had brain surgery. She loves watching because she knows I can relate a lot. I'm sorry that she has gone through such extensive surgery, and I hope that she recovers very quickly and that she fully recovers. But I'm sorry to hear that. That's traumatic surgery. It's quite the extensive surgery, especially when it's to do with the brain area. Very, very delicate. Jay Hayrock asks me, how much money do I have? I have enough to survive on. So that's pretty much all I'm going to say about that. I do work full time. Currently, I'm off because of a workplace injury. But I have enough to survive on. Sally says, my prayers for you is you can get enough subscribers so you can do this full time, travel and enjoy life more, and the babies too. That would be beautiful. That would be excellent. Lovely. I would love that. Nothing more than that. But I'm not... I don't have high expectations for this channel. If it happens, it happens. That'd be great. That would be fantastic because I would love nothing more than to produce more content for you guys and quality content. Not just more content, but quality content. There's a lot of things that I would love to do as far as van life goes that I would like to put out there for content that would be entertaining and interesting to people. So that would be my main thing, is to try and figure out what's going to hold people's attention and continue on with that. One of the things that I can do is my build. There's certain things that I need to finish, like trim. I want to put up cabinetry. I have an electrical system that I want to install. So there's things that I want to do, and I intend to get that started soon, and then produce more content in that respect. But I'm here, you know, I'm not a fancy, fluffy, froofy van life channel. I'm not here to put on a show or pretend that things are better than what they may seem. I'm a realist, and you know, I'll tell it like it is. It may not be for everybody. Some people might want to see the frou-frou and the you know, the glamour side of van life. These people have money to begin with, and they're not necessarily in it full time. So it's not a real, actual van life. So it's just van life. It's travel kind of stuff, if that makes any sense. Sorry, I'm just scrolling back in the comments here just to catch up. Sally says her mom that she's strong, just like you and I. Good. I'm glad. So, you know, thinking of her, praying for her that she's gonna pull through this and be 100% again. J.A. Rock says, I live in an old house, but not that old. Cool. Yeah. Living in sticks and bricks. Been there, done that. Sally says, you keep it real, very real. Too many sugarcoat it. Yes, I find I'm not into the sugarcoating side of things. I'm pretty straightforward. I think, Sally, you know, you've been following for a while. You know that this mouth is a bit of a potty. And, you know, I'll drop the F-bomb. If things start to bug me or piss me off, then the F-bombs start flying. But ordinarily, I don't make a point of swearing or being a jerk on here. Not that I'm a jerk, but if people really step on my nerves, I can be a jerk. Okay, Sally says it's also helpful to show those who are thinking of going into van life and pets and that they can do it. Yes, absolutely. The only thing holding you back is yourself. That's my philosophy on it. Other people can sit there and go, meh. If you allow other people to have an influence on what you choose to do, if you want to live in a van and that's something that you're thinking about because of, you know, many different factors, cost, it could be just a choice, whatever necessity, it could just, you know, it could be a bunch of different reasons why you're doing it. And you shouldn't be swayed by what other people think. If other people are sitting there going, oh, why do you want to do that for? Because I have people in my life that were like that. My father particularly. I haven't seen him in many years. I don't think he has any idea that I live in a van. He's in his 90s. Last time I saw him was 2011. But his opinion never really kind of mattered to me anyway. I've always been very strong, independent, free-thinking, like my mother was. And if it's something I want to do, I'll do it. As long as it's not hurting anybody and or myself or my dogs, then I'm going to do it. But don't let people influence you in that respect. Family and friends will sit there and go, oh, why do you want to do that? That's stupid. You're crazy. It's, you know, you shouldn't do that. It's blah, blah, blah. The only one holding you back and allowing those people to manipulate you or sway you from doing something is yourself. Don't allow people to dictate how you live your life, period. That's my advice. That's my life advice. Sorry. Just gonna get rid of that. When I was younger, and of course it usually happens this way, is when you're younger, you care more about what others have to say. You wear clothes because, well, it's the thing to do. Society dictates it. Or other people may bully you because if you're not wearing brand names, expensive stuff for, you know, well-known brands, then there's something wrong with you. You're poor. You're on welfare. You're a bum. You know, you're a loser. Again, been there, done that. I was bullied when I was in high school and stuff because I didn't wear the brand names. And my parents weren't poor. My father worked in the government. He was a male psych nurse and he made good money. My mother was also in nursing, made good money. So I wasn't hurting for anything in life, but because I myself wasn't controlled by having glittery, sparkly things or stuff that was brand name. No. as long as I wasn't going out naked inappropriately, I didn't care. You shouldn't allow society or people to dictate what you want to do and what makes you happy, as long as it's not illegal and you're not hurting anybody, like I said before. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up on comments here. J-Rock says, are you eating something? Yes, it was a piece of gum, so I just got rid of it. It was distracting me. Anyway. Too many lost their homes are tough to rent. It is. Yeah, a lot of people in the disasters, like the hurricanes and whatnot, you know, they're having to start from square one again. That's not cool. So these people need somewhere to go. And if you have a vehicle, if you were able to escape the hurricanes and you have a vehicle, you at least have something. So even a vehicle, you can do it. If you have a number of people in your family, a partner, children, that kind of thing, it may be a little bit more difficult. It's going to be cramped for sure, but you can do it. J-Rock says, no, you're not a jerk. Well, thank you. Stick around for a while. You'll get to know me. You might change your opinion on that. Paul Bridgers says, how did you hurt yourself? I work in construction. And I work on a hoist. I don't know if you have seen, okay, when they're building office towers or apartment towers, they have the crane, of course, that works on top and it brings up materials and whatnot, the big crane. Then there's the hoist. So it's on also the outside of the building, and it's got this mast that comes up, and then it's a big square, well, not square, it's rectangular shape, but it's a big metal box, and it goes up and down, and it takes employees and materials up and down. That's what I operate. So when I was at work, I was going to pull the door down, not the short, small end ones, but the broad side. So the bigger door. Anyway, I was going to pull it down after people got in, and one of the workers was actually the safety officer that did this. He went to pull the door down, and these doors weigh hundreds of pounds. And once they start coming down, they come down. And it hit me in the head and then hit me on the arm. My arm went up underneath the door, and then it hit me on the arm as well. So I ended up with a concussion, and I've got a bit of a neck injury too. Iron Fire Horse, hey, good to see you, buddy. Says, hey there, Nazi, I'm laying sod and very muddy, but listening. Take a shower, you bum. I'm going to scroll down to the bottom. I'm missing, I need to catch up here. Sally says, off-brand lasts longer and name brands anyway. Plus you have thousands, so you had said something over them. They were probably in debt, not you. Well, you never know. But brand name stuff, you know, keeping up with the Joneses, so to speak, it costs a lot of money. And what does it matter what you're wearing, as long as you're wearing something to keep you warm and clothed and decent when you're out in public? What does it matter what you're wearing? It functions. It's clothing, it's shoes, it's a hat, it's whatever you're wearing. It doesn't have to be brand name, for Pete's sake. Like, you're spending exorbitant amounts of money on garbage that doesn't necessarily last very long anyway. And you're putting money into already rich people's pockets to make them more rich. So I'm sorry, but I don't support that kind of shit. I really don't. And even when I was a kid, I didn't care what the brand name was, as long as it was clothing and it fit properly and it kept me covered. It doesn't have to be brand name. So don't let society brainwash you or other people brainwash you into thinking that you have to go with the flow. Okay? You don't have to follow all the sheep over the cliff. It doesn't make sense to me. You have your own brain, you have your own mind, you have your own personality, your own thoughts and whatnot. So why not utilize that? Why not go with what you feel is the right thing to do instead of allowing others to manipulate, control you, and dictate to you what you should and shouldn't do? Bullshit. Bullshit. Iron Fire Horse literally needs to be hosed down outside. I'm trying to envision that, and you must be, were you rolling around out there? Do you have pigs and stuff out there that you've been rolling around with? J-Rock, and I just hit my head in the glace. Not following, J-Rock. But you hit your head? I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks, because been there, done that. And yeah. Hey, Bernie. Welcome. So this is just an impromptu live that I decided to do. I'm just going to kind of start from the beginning again. That we hit 500 subscribers. I think we're at 500 and we were at 510, but somebody skipped down, so 509 now. Which is still, we're over 500. So thank you so much. I really, really appreciate all the new subscribers that have decided to follow us on our little adventures. Not that we're going very far, but I'd sure like to. It's just a matter of, like, even if I wanted to go anywhere right now, I can't, because I'm in occupational therapy for my concussion, and as well as physio. So I'm still having to do all of that, and they're trying to prep me to go back to work. So we're going to see if all this occupational therapy and physio helps, and if so, then I can get back to working again. And then, of course, once I get working again full-time, I'm not sure what my scheduling will be like as far as being able to go anywhere. But we'll do our best, and I would sure like to go other places and show you some sites around British Columbia. Even just the Lower Mainland. There's so many sites in the Lower Mainland alone. Sally says, I like that you don't care what others think. Thank you. I really don't. I spent too much of my youth worrying about what other people thought and being self-conscious, and it affected me. It's part of why I'm such an introvert, and if you want to go as far as to say antisocial to a degree, I just people can be really cruel and not very nice. So I don't want to be around those kind of people, and I just find it easier to keep to myself and do my own thing. And yeah. He wrecked his head and hit the glass. Oh shit. Yeah, that's no good. I'm not lying. No, I'm not assuming that you are lying, J-Rock. That sucks. Hitting your head is not a good thing. And the more that you, like, every time you hit your head, it's more concerning. So yeah, try and protect your head at all costs if you can. It's not fun, believe me, because I'm currently in that situation right now. And it's not fun. It's hard to get past. Be doing this full time. Lots of adventures for you, Smokey and Journey. I have faith. Oh, thank you, Sally. It's nice to know that some people have faith and what's the other word I'm looking for? What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. But yeah, and confidence in the fact that I will be able to get to that point and travel. That'd be good. But yeah, there's many things I want to do with the van so far, and like add to it. I need more storage space, so I need some cabinetry and whatnot. So that's going to be on the agenda. Bernie says you are very individualistic. See, this is part of the head injury. Individualistic person and very strong in spirit and mind. Thank you, Bernie. I attribute that to my mother. She was a very strong, independent Irish woman who didn't take too kindly to people telling her how to live her life or what to do. She lived her life according to what made her happy, and she instilled those values upon myself and my sister and brothers, two of which have passed now. But yeah, we were lucky to have a parent that was strong personality like that, and I learned a lot from her, and I wish I'd had her around a lot longer than I did. I was 16 going on 17 when she passed away, so I didn't have her for long, but I learned a lot. J-Rock says it's long ago though. Well, I'm glad it hasn't happened recently, but yeah, just protect your head, buddy. Protect your head. Your skull is pretty strong to start with, but rattling it around when you get hit is just not good. But yeah, protect your head. That's all I can say. Sally Dunlop says, you just got a new subscriber. Did I? Thank you. Whoever just joined. So are we at 510 now? Not quite sure. I don't know how to go back and look at it. I don't want to screw up the live anyway. But if we're back to 510, that's awesome. Thank you. Iron Firehorse, I take after my Irish granny. So you're part Irish too. That's awesome. Yeah, it's like an internal battle. Like genetically. I'm half Irish, half English. So figure that one out. But I lean more towards personality and all that type of stuff. I'm more Irish than I am English. But yeah, I've got the fiery Irish temper. I've got the I like to drink. And over the years I've had to sort of pull the reins in on that, but I do like my stout and my porter, and I used to like on occasion some whiskey and mainly vodka, but yeah, I've given all that up. So I just stick to the beer now. Sally says, I passed it along. I will have you more. But are you standing on the street corner with a sign up? Thank you, Sally. It's great to have somebody that promotes the channel. Yeah, 513 subs. Holy smokes, really? Bernie? And I have to say, while we are on the subject of Bernie, thank you so much, Bernie, for Journey's birthday. You shot over a little bit of money in the biscuit fund for Journey. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You've been such an amazing subscriber and follower, and I appreciate you more than you know. And if you do get to BC in December, I think he said it was, yeah, it would be amazing to meet you. You've been around on the channel for a while, and I appreciate you a lot. J-Rock says I cannot donate. That's okay. I'm not asking for donations, buddy. You're all good. We're all good. You don't need to donate. Iron Firehorse, born in Scotland to an Irish dad and a Scottish mum. You take after your father's side. Good for you. I take after my mother's side more than anything. Yeah. Bernie, I like the fall colored top you have on. Yeah, it's kind of a burnt red, or I don't know what kind of, I would say it's a burnt red color. This is a little bit more red on the, this top is actually, I think it came with a pajama set. I can't stand the pajama bottoms, but the long sleeve, now that the weather's gotten cooler, I like to wear a long sleeve when I go to bed. Just adds a bit more warmth to the arms and such. Iron Firehorse, been in Canada since I was a kid. Says you have 513 subs. Yeah, that's what Bernie said. Been in Canada since you were a kid. You're in, I think you're on the East Coast, aren't you? Iron Firehorse. Sally says, you bet if that's what it takes. Standing on the corner with the sign up. Join. Hit subscribe. You guys are awesome. I love you guys. Just told people to check it out. Nice. J-Rock says, I'm so sorry if it's your birthday. No, it's not my birthday. It's Journey's birthday. Well, it was on Halloween. Journey's birthday. She turned 13. She's getting older. Sally says, mine and Journey's birthday same day. Oh, well, happy belated birthday, Sally. Happy birthday. Give her a kiss and tell her happy birthday, precious angel. Journey, she can't hear me. She's going deaf, eh? Journey, hey. Sally says happy birthday, buddy. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, happy birthday from Sally. Okay. Oh, there's smoke. Look at, there he is. Sorry, I'm falling behind on, I'm, where are we here? 513. Still, yeah, okay. Burnt orange. Yeah, I think it's like a burnt orange. Well, it's more red than anything, Sally. It's almost like what they used to call, and this is not politically correct, by the way, Indian red. Yeah. So that, when I was a kid, we had a crayon set, Crayola crayons, pencil crayons. And there was a color that was similar to this in the pencil crayons, and they called it Indian red. I think they've long time ago got rid of that, but anyway. But yeah, it's that shade. Paul Bridger says, my honey J White watches you all the time. Really? Honey J White. I'm gonna have to look that up. But thank you. Yes, Ontario. Iron Firehorse is in Ontario. That's right. Sally says, love her. Yeah, she's a sweetheart. My girl is a sweetheart. I love her too. J-Rock says, bye. Well, thanks for coming in. Thanks for hanging out with us. And we'll hopefully see you next time. But yeah, thank you so much, J-Rock, for stopping by. And have a great evening. Sally says, mom's side, family, Native American, no offense here. Well, that's good. But yeah, there's a line when it comes to certain things. And yeah, I mean, it's probably not that offensive. I think there's just, but again, Indian red, I think it was more pertaining to their skin color, which is rather racist, but anyway. Yeah, remember that color? Yeah, it was when I was a kid, it was the 70s. I was born in 66. So when I was a kid in the 70s in elementary school, yeah, we had the crayons and the pencil crayons, and that was one of the colors, Indian red. Sorry. Bernie says, I just admire and respect your commitment and love for your special needs for babies. Your Kind is rare and few. Oh, thank you, Bernie. Um, I have a soft spot in my heart for the ones that need things. Um, as everybody who may have followed me before Smoke, they would know that Holly was special needs. Jernie, not so much. She's okay. She didn't have any special needs, but Holly did. She was deaf, had hip dysplasia, OCD, ADHD, and just some behavioral issues that were a little bit hard to handle. She was a flight risk. She could scale a 6-foot fence. Even with hip dysplasia, she could scale a 6-foot fence and take off. And because she was deaf, she couldn't hear traffic coming or honking at her. So she nearly got hit a few times when she escaped the yard, which was very stressful. And it was a bit of a handful when she was younger. So I adopted her when she was just a year old. So she was around until 15 and a half. She never really settled down with her personality and her energy and her desire to like just go. So for the longest time, she was hard to handle, hard to manage. I never really could let her off leash. I always had to have her on. I used to put her on a retractable leash, which I still have for Smoke. Because he seems to be a little bit of the same sort of mentality where he just wants to go. But Holly was impossible. And Holly liked to play games. She was cheeky. But yeah, she was pretty special needs, high maintenance, all of the above. And he's special needs too. He's been abused. He's an older boy. He's missing a foot. Don't know what happened to it. Speculation is that, well, he was abused. He's got some scarring on his body, on his face. Had a bunch of broken teeth taken out. He's got evidence of blunt force head trauma. So he's pretty special needs himself. Iron Fire Horse. Oh, are you the same age as me? Cool. J-Rock says, hello, bra, my dog is mewing. What do you mean? Can your dog mimic a cat? Mewing. Really? How old's your dog, bud? Sally says there's a lot of special needs that need adopted, thrown out, especially by backyard breeders. Yep. They give a lot more love and looked over because of that. Yes, they absolutely are. A lot of people will overlook older dogs, special needs dogs, or dogs that have been abandoned because, well, a lot of people want to be able to have a puppy from the start and then train it and learn their personalities from the get-go. With a dog like Smoke, I don't know what his background was. I've only been told by the shelter, and it's kind of, you're going into it blind, so you're not sure how this dog is going to behave, what their reactions are going to be. You don't know how they socialize with other dogs or how they behave with cats or anything like that. But you can only go by what the shelter sort of advises, but you never really know. And a lot of people are afraid of that. They want to be in control of how the dog develops, if that makes any sense. So a lot of people don't want to take the challenge or invest the time and energy that it takes to take on a dog that's special needs. A lot of people can't be bothered. And I mean, that's to each their own, right? But you're passing up a dog that potentially could be one of the best dogs that you've ever had, like Holly was. And he's turning out to be an amazing little guy. He's had some quirks, and I've put a handle on it. He lunged at a friend of mine's cat. So I corrected him, and I let him know, that's not cool, buddy. You don't do things like that. That's not cool. And he's calmed down. So he wants to see the cat, and he wants to go and go face to face with it, but he knows now that he's not allowed to lunge at it, that's not a cool thing to do. So they're teachable even when they're older. You can't give up on them. Yes, Sally's right. All abused dogs are special needs. They need lots of love, patience, and understanding. Absolutely. Because all they've known is shit and abuse, right? Iron Firehorse, my Great Pyrenees has issues from being inside a barn for 6 months. Likely was kicked around too. Probably. A lot of livestock pets, or, well, they're not pets. People consider them working dogs, and a lot of livestock dogs, protection dogs, are, they're not nicely treated. So, yeah, it's unfortunate, but that's the reality of it. Would I like to get my hands on those people? Yep. Yep, I would. Sally says, I'm thankful to that shelter that they allow individuals to adopt to nomads, especially special needs. That's wonderful, gives them more chances at life. Yeah. I was completely and utterly upfront. When Holly passed away, I knew that I might need to get another dog for companion for Jernie as she ages. She didn't take Holly's death all that well. She was quite hit by it. So we went through a bit of a grieving process, and it was a couple of months, and then I knew it was time. Something told me it was time to open up Holly's spot so that we could move forward. So, and not just for me, but for Jernie. So I put out some feelers. I looked at a group here in Vancouver called Bully Buddies. And I reached out to them, and I looked on their webpage, and I saw a dog that was up for adoption. So I reached out to them, and I said, hey, I'm interested in this dog, and can you tell me a little bit more about him? And I said, this is my situation right off the get-go. I was completely transparent, and I told them, I said, look, just so you know, I'm not about to hide shit. I'm totally upfront. Transparency is my thing, and this is my living situation. I've been in my van for years, and it's my lifestyle, and this is how I've been doing it. So if that's not cool with you, then I understand, and I'll continue my search. They said, no, we don't have an issue with that. We're absolutely appreciative that you were so candid and upfront. So they sent me information on that dog. I forget what his name was now. Beautiful pit bull, sort of like a brown and white. He was battling cancer too, mast cell tumors. So I reached out and I said, look, he's a senior dog, and I'm interested. They sent me a little video clip of him, and when I saw the video clip, in relation to standing next to a person, he was a lot bigger than I had anticipated, with a lot more energy than I had anticipated. So I reached back out to them and I said, okay, I appreciate you sharing all that with me, and I've had a little bit of a chance to think about it, and I don't think he's going to be well suited for a small space like what I have, based on his energy level and his size. So I don't think it's going to be a good fit. But I appreciate the information. So they said, no, that's cool. We understand. But there's another dog we think might be suited for you. So they referred me to this other shelter, which I can't name. And I reached out to that shelter, and they gave me information on Smoke. And I put right up front, I said, look, I don't know if Bully Buddies has told you this, but this is my living situation, and here it is. So they told me about him, and I said, I don't care. That doesn't bother me in the least. He's missing a foot. He's got broken teeth. Bring him to me. If you will let me take him, I'll take him. So they fostered him to me. They finished taking care of his dental surgeries, so he had his teeth removed. He's got some teeth left. And then once that was all complete and the foster trial was done, they said, we're confident that you're going to be a good fit for him. So here's the application. So I filled it out, and Bob's your uncle. He's mine. So they didn't care. Long story short, they didn't care. They were okay with that. He wasn't even listed as a dog that was up for adoption because of legal circumstances. And also because I think they were receiving threats from the people that had him. Not so nice threats. So, and I had to sign a non-disclosure agreement to the fact that I can't say where he came from because of safety reasons. Legal reasons, I don't know, whatever, but safety. They were worried about the people coming after me. So I said, whatever, bring it on. You want to come after me? Bring it. I'm not afraid of you. I don't care what type of people you are. Bring it. But anyway, so I had to sign this non-disclosure agreement. And I can't say where he came from or whatever, but it is what it is. Iron Fire Horse, I was so sorry to hear that Holly passed. Yeah, it was tough, man. And you'd lost your daughter at the same time of year, and yeah, I'm so sorry about that, man. That sucks. But yeah, it was hard to lose Holly. She'd been here since the beginning, so at the beginning of van life. And it's going to be tough losing Jernie too. I just don't even know what I'm going to do when that happens. But at least I have Smoke. I kind of, when I've had dogs, I've tried to overlap so that one, they have a companion, and then two, when one passes, it's a little easier to deal with it because you have the focus on another one to take care of. So it helps with the grieving process. It really does. Yeah. Yeah. You guys are amazing. You're so good to each other. I love that about this community that we have building. You guys are always interactive with each other as well, and you guys are so caring and loving. And I appreciate that because it reflects back to me as well. And I see what you say. I see your comments and I see your support, and it means a lot. But it also means a lot that you guys interact with each other in the comments as well. So thank you. I'm not going to be doing a super long live. What are we at? 48, 49 minutes. So we might just go to 1 hour, and then I need to do some laundry today too. I have therapy tomorrow, so I want to get some laundry done for tomorrow. Losing pets is super hard. Yeah, it is. Aw. You lost your cat in July. Aw, man. Yeah, see, that hits me hard too when I hear other people are losing their pets, and yeah, because they become so close to you and so attached. They're so dependent on you. Yeah. And when that disappears and you no longer have this other living being to look after and take care of and whatnot, it leaves a big hole. It really does. And it's not easy to replace because they all have their own individual personalities, and it's not just a dog. Like many people will say, oh, it's just a dog. Why are you so upset about it? Get over it. You know what? Screw you. They're not just a dog. They're another living being with an individual soul and an individual personality. And yeah, so they're important, and they were here. Bernie says your hair grows back pretty quick. For the most part. I think it only appears that way because, well, it's short. So when I clip it back, it just, yeah, it looks like it's growing fast, but it needs another cut. Anyway, I don't know who's all coming in, and we have, telling me I got 4 people in here, so we were upwards of 9 or 10 people in here. Now we have 5 people. So again, I'm just going to reiterate. This is an impromptu live, and I'm here to give my thanks to everybody that has subscribed, and that has decided to come and follow us and support our journey in van life. My name is Nancy, and I've been living in this van for, it'll be 5 years in March 7th will be our 5-year anniversary. And I don't regret one single second of it. It's been amazing. And I don't think I will be quitting anytime soon. This is something I see doing long term, even into retirement. So, and I'm getting up there. I'm 50, what am I, 58? I don't know, I kind of lost count. I don't really count birthdays anymore. It's depressing. But yeah, I'm 58. I was born in 66. So another couple of years, I'll be 60. Holy shit. That fucking sucks. 60? Where the hell did it all go? Where does it go? Iron Firehorse, help me out here. Where does it all go? Yeah, so I mean, I could take an early retirement when I'm 60 in Canada here, or at least BC. I don't know about the rest of Canada, but in Canada, you can retire early at 60, but you don't get as much money. So if I had the patience and waited to 65, which is another 7 years, then I'll get my full pension, which again probably won't be very much because, well, the government, they don't want to part with their money. So but yeah, I mean, it's been fun and I have no regrets. And if you're thinking of doing van life, anybody out there that's watching, if you're thinking of doing van life, for whatever reason that you're doing it, if it's by choice, you're curious, you want to try it for 6 months to a year and just kind of do car traveling or whatever, car living, do it. Go for it. Absolutely don't hesitate. Because I spent my early life thinking I want to do this and I want to do that, and just not having the courage or the self-confidence to do it. And before you know it, the years go by and you look back and you think, well, why the fuck didn't I do that? Because now I'm doing it. I wish I had done it sooner. That's my only regret with van life, is I wish I had done it sooner. So many years I've lost, wasted, living in sticks and bricks, paying money into other people's pockets. I never owned my own place because decades ago it turned into, well, you can't, it was hard to even afford it with 2 people. Now it's nearly impossible to afford anything with 2 people. You're lucky if you can get into a place and purchase with just 2 incomes. It's damn near impossible. And do I regret not purchasing something and investing? Not really. No, I don't. I don't regret any of it. I'm just glad that I never got stuck in a situation with a partner, because I was married once, with a partner, and then things go sour, and then you have to do all this dividing up of assets and all this bullshit. And sometimes people will take you for more than what they deserve. So I'm glad I never ended up in that situation. when I was married, didn't have any assets because renting, didn't own anything. So there was no division of assets, which made it easier. And there was no kids to worry about having to, expect payments for child support and all that kind of stuff, and trying to get blood out of a stone, if you will. I'm glad that I never got caught up in a situation like that, because it sucks. I've seen friends of mine that ended up in situations like that, and it just absolutely, it drains the life out of you. I'm free and independent. I have no bills. I have no debts other than my van payment. My van payment is just a little over $900 a month. So that's equivalent to rent. And it's not going to last for long. So once my van payments are done, which I think is another couple of years, year and a half, that's it. I don't have to pay out money anymore, except for maintenance. So basic maintenance, gas, insurance, that sort of thing. But that's equivalent to paying bills. So I'd much rather know that my money is going towards something that's making me happy, as opposed to paying it into somebody else's pocket. Sally says when you rent, you just pay someone else's mortgage. Well, yeah, that's essentially it. You're paying money into somebody else's pocket. So their investment, you're paying for that investment. You're covering the payments. They don't have to pay anything. So once they have all that taken care of and it's all paid off, it's just money in their pocket now. I'd rather see that money go into my pocket. And with van life, if you choose to do it, a lot of people look at it, well, I could never do it because of, and the main issue that I see with people who are claiming that they can't do it, and I say claiming, but some of it's legitimate, but many people complain about the fact that it's the toilet issue, and I think a lot of that is just fear. I think it's fear-based. A lot of people can't deal with not having an actual proper bathroom set up where you've got your toilet, your sink, your luxuries, your bath, your shower, that kind of thing. You can work around all that stuff when you move into a van. When you do van life where you're living in a vehicle, you can get around all of that stuff. You can get yourself a gym membership, and I don't know how much it is to do, what is it called? Anytime Fitness. I don't know what their memberships are like, or Planet Fitness, or any of the other, the chains that go around North America. But here in the Vancouver area, there is Trevor Linden Fitness. So Trevor Linden was a hockey player on the Canucks. He opened up a bunch of fitness places. He partnered with a company called She's Fit, and he opened up a chain. So there's his gym membership here, which is only $16 a month. That was his number on his hockey jersey. That's why he picked that number. So your basic membership for his gym is only $16 a month. So that's easy. Now you can go and you can do a workout, you can get some exercise in on the situation as well, and then you can have access to the showers and such. So that's one thing. A lot of community centers are free. You can go and take showers at the community center, free. Some places like truck stops will charge. There's a truck stop here in Hope, BC. And it's, I think, like $12. I've been there. It's around $12 to take a shower. Beautiful setup. Absolutely beautiful setup. It's like a hotel shower, like a hotel room. That's how nice it is. But you're paying $12. But, if you're not near a free shower, or you don't have the capability to get to a free shower, then sometimes you have to pay out a little bit of money. Other places you can find showers for like $5. Community centers will charge maybe $5. I know of one here, I think it's in White Rock, I've been to, $2.50. So $2.50, which is not even like, it's just under the price of a coffee these days. You can go and have a shower. So that's easy. That's easy to figure out. It's easy to overcome that situation. Will you have access to a shower every single day when you live in a van? Probably not. But you never know. If you have a gym membership, you may want to go to the gym every day. So there you have access to a gym and a shower every day. So it's up to you how you want to do it. Toilets even. You need to use the bathroom. If you're driving around, go to the gas station, go to the mall, go to a restaurant. There's toilets everywhere. Public toilets are everywhere. But again, some people have paranoias about public restrooms. And that's a legitimate paranoia. Sometimes it's just, I don't want to, get over it. But in some cases, it may be a paranoia, like a legitimate paranoia. And I understand. But in a van, using the toilet, it's not impossible. Men, it's easier. It's a lot easier. Think of it like using a garden hose into a bottle. So it's a lot easier for the dudes. A little bit more challenging for women, but still not impossible. The disposal of it, I go to, there's a park in, like this is just one example. There's a park in, is it Coquitlam? Called Maccabeek. It's just underneath the Port Mann Bridge. And they've got restrooms that are accessible throughout the day, and then they lock them up at night. So you can go, and whatever container that you have your waste in, you can go and just empty it into the toilet, flush it, clean out your bottle, and Bob's your uncle. It's easy. Or you can get the the cassette toilets. Same thing. And you just go somewhere, public toilet, in a park, and you just empty it out, clean it, whatever. No big deal. It's no different than cleaning your own bathroom in a sticks and bricks. It takes time to clean your bathroom. So this way is just as easy, but you just kind of have to adjust the way you do it, is all. Not impossible. It's only impossible in your own head. And again, that's where I get to the point where, nothing is impossible, and just do your thing. You'll figure it out. May take a bit in some circumstances. I don't know. Some people don't figure things out quite as quickly, or maybe you jump into it and you haven't figured it out ahead of time. Sometimes, like if you want to get into the van life thing, I would suggest do your research like I did. And I looked at everything, including the toilet situation. And I just figured out, okay, well, yeah, I can do it. This is how these people are doing it. This is what I need. This is how I need to do it. And then just do it. Just do it. Life is too short to worry about silly things that don't need to be worried about. Trent and Allie have a collapsible shower and toilet. You empty your shower, collapses back, and clean down. You have countertop top space. Look at Max and Aki. Too many options. Yeah, I mean, and these folks, Trent and Allie, they've got some money behind them. They can afford to set up a decent setup in their vans. Max and Ollie, same thing, If you've got the money, you can spend it and have something put into your van that works. Some people have like a shower pan that's dropped into the floor of their van. I've seen one that had that. Where did I see that? That might have been Chrome, I think, did a video where he went to J5 Custom Vans. John, he was building a van that had one of those drop trays in it, like the reservoir. It's like it's essentially a shower pan. So, and it just drops down into the floor of the van, and then it drains into a gray water tank. If you've got the money to do that, by all means, go for it. I don't have that kind of thing here. So, I don't have any showers set up inside my van. Number one, the moisture aspect of it, because living on the West Coast, it's we're in a temperate rainforest, what's known as a temperate rainforest. So it's quite humid here. It's quite damp. In the wintertime, it's damp. So the last thing you want to do is have anything that introduces more moisture into your vehicle, because then you're having to deal with situations like mold and whatnot. And that's not something you want in your van. You don't. Bernie says, van lifers are a hardy breed that do not see obstacles but solutions. Yeah. You learn to adapt. It's like anything in life. If you want to survive, you learn to adapt. And nothing is impossible. Living life outside of this little bubble that society has deemed that you must live in this bubble, that's their way of controlling you. That's government's way and society's way of controlling people. No, you must have this, you must have that, you must live inside this bubble, and you can't go outside of that bubble because, well, it's chaos and you won't manage, you won't survive. So they instill fear upon people. Fuck off. I can't be bothered being told what to do by people that have no idea about me or my life or have any impact on it other than the fact that they're trying to tell me what to do. No. You're not going to tell me how I need to live my life. No. And this is one of the things that I don't like about being a human. I mean, I don't dislike being a human to whatever degree, but there's a lot about it that I don't like. And it's just the fact that we have developed into this creature, that we have this really weird, unnatural way of existing. It's just bizarre. I can't wrap my head around it. But it is what it is. And I ended up coming into this life as a human. So I have to, I'm stuck doing it anyway. But at least I'm trying to do it as basic as I can. Have a 10-year-old minivan, everything is basic but works. Yeah, see, Iron Fire Horse. Yeah, I mean, that's as long as it works. And if it doesn't work, well, you either fix it or you replace it. Barring not, ending up broke because it's costing too much. But Boxio composting toilets are cheaper. Yeah, there's options out there. You don't have to break the bank. And there's other ways of figuring shit out anyway. Honestly, like, I'm not trying to say that you should jump out there and do it without this kind of stuff. If you're comfortable doing it with all these bells and whistles and composting toilets and all that kind of stuff, do it. If that's the way you want to do it that way. I'm not saying it's a right way, not saying it's a wrong way, but if that's your choice, do it that way. For me, I don't have a composting toilet. I don't see any need for it. And I just don't have the space for it anyway. I don't have anywhere to put it because my build is just, it's furniture. And it's already furniture. So in order to find a spot to put a composting toilet, I would have to have like cabinetry done and build out a space measured specifically for it and then roll out all this kind of stuff, which I don't have yet. Will I have anything like that in the future? Maybe. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Iron Firehorse says heat becomes a problem below -5. Below -5? Heat becomes a problem? If you don't have a heating system, that could be a problem. I've been in Kelowna one winter, I think 2 winters ago, and we hit -28, and I had, well, I still have it. I need to dig it out of storage because it's getting cold enough now that I could use it. Is the Olympian Wave 8. It's a catalytic heater, runs on propane. So -28 degrees, we survived with that in Kelowna. There was a couple of mornings, because I didn't run the thing all night, just because I didn't want the condensation and moisture to build up, because propane heaters, even the catalytic ones, throw off a lot of moisture. So I didn't want a lot of condensation on the inside of the van. That would freeze. Yeah, I just didn't want that. But in the morning, I would turn it on and heat the place up. But overnight, once you're under the blankets, it's not a big issue. Because if you have enough blankets on, and, you know, you wear like a pajama top like this with long sleeves, maybe some pajama bottoms, long pants. And then you've got a couple of heaters like this, one of which likes to go underneath the blankets. Then you're fine. But yeah, there was a couple of mornings where I woke up and the dog's water bowl was frozen solid, and a couple of jugs I had were frozen solid. But, you know, if I had to go anywhere where it got even colder than that, that'd be an issue. That would be an issue. Without actual proper heat. Like a Webasto or an S-Bar, or I think the propane version is Propex. But yeah, not having the heat is the problem. -5 is not that big of an issue, though, to be honest. Yeah, when I first got into the van, I think it was March 7th, 2020, and the temperatures were still fairly cold. So I think the coldest night got to be about -3, and we had no heat system at that point. Not even the catalytic. And it wasn't bad, to be honest. It wasn't bad. But it does help to have a heating system. Anything more than, I would say, -3, -5, you're definitely going to want some sort of a heating system. It's not comfortable when it's too cold without heat. But you just have to be careful what type of heat system that you choose. You don't want to necessarily have to depend on the ones that throw out moisture, like the propane heaters. They are relatively safe to use inside as long as you have some form of like an oxygen source. So roof vent, crack the front windows open just a touch, that kind of thing. You do want to make sure that you have a, I don't know where it is right now. Yeah, I think it's in the drawer. My CO2 detector, whatever. You want to make sure you have something like that too, just to be on the safe side. Hot water bottle, yeah, that'll work. Heat it up, and the only part is that it doesn't last all night. It'll last for a couple hours, whatever, and then you end up with this cold rubber bottle thing. Electric blankets, these little 12-volt electric blankets, they don't suck a lot of energy, but you need to have a power source. So for me, I've got the Jackery. This is the 1000. I used to have a 500, but I sold it to a friend and I bought this. So this would power, like there's a cigarette lighter on here. There's little USB ports. You've got some AC plugs here. So you could plug in an electric blanket even if you have a power source. And that would be something to think about too. And I've thought about it. But I haven't gone ahead and made the purchase yet. My only concern with an electric blanket is these guys. This guy in particular likes to well, she did too, not so much anymore, but dig the blankets up and scratch and pull, and so I just worry about them doing that and then ripping the blanket, which has happened numerous times. I've had to replace, I've forgotten how many sheets and duvets and comforters. So I would worry about that because electricity, shock, electrocution, that kind of thing. Mike and Lisa's Excellent Adventure. Hello. Hi. Welcome. I don't know if you're a follower or not already, but welcome. How are you guys doing? See, there's a channel to check out, see what they're up to and how they live their van life adventures or whatever vehicle that they are in. So check them out too. You only need it at night before bed. The hot water bottle. Yeah, exactly. So once you get warmed up underneath the blankets, you get yourself a good duvet, good duvet cover. This one's a fleecy kind of, it's a heavier one. It's for winter. And get yourself a decent duvet. You can get, I think you can get duvets based on temperature ratings. I'm pretty sure. I think it's like sleeping bags. There's another option too, is a sleeping bag. Anything that's below 0 rating. Plenty of sleeping bags out there that you can get that are geared towards like well below 0. So that's an option too. 12-volt blanket on sale. Didn't work hardly. Oh shit. Yeah. Yeah, I think it depends on brand too, right? Is these cheaper ones. Don't buy anything off of Temu. Temu's nothing but garbage. You get what you pay for. That's the old motto or adage or whatever you want to call it. You do get what you pay for. So if you go cheap, you're going to get cheap. That's the only thing. You want something good quality, you're going to have to put the money out. Mike and Lisa's Excellent Adventure says, good. We started in a van, so we start in a van, we watch that too. We're in a Class C RV now. Nice. Nice. Excellent. Where are you guys located? Are you up here in Canada or are you down in the States? Whereabouts are you? Iron Fire Horse. I use the same blankets I use at home. Yeah, I mean, that's all you need. And just when the weather starts to get colder, you just add layers. Simple. It's just like when you go outside. Add layers. Canadian Tire, I don't remember the brand. Yeah, Canadian Tire is not always the best for good quality products. I mean, they do have other products that are better quality, but sometimes you have to, you just got to put the money out to get a better quality product. That's all. Again, you get what you pay for. Wisconsin and go southwest for the winter. See, you guys are smart. You guys are smart. If I had my passport and the ability without being tethered to a job and whatnot, I'd be going down south too. I would. I need to get my passport updated. And then I can cross the border. Because I'm up here in Canada. We can't cross the border anymore without a passport. So I need to get that. Wisconsin. There's so many places down in the States I want to go. I want to do some hiking. I've seen some other channels that do, one young girl does hiking. What is her name now? She has a channel called Emma and Bus Bus. She's just a young kid. She's only 24, 25. She's from New York, and she has done some epic hikes, beautiful hikes in and around like the Pacific Northwest, down in Utah. I'm not sure about Nevada, but yeah, Montana. She's been around, and she lives in a little minivan type of deal, minivan SUV. Amazing kid. She does her own music and everything. So go and check her out if you can. Her channel's doing pretty good. She puts out some decent quality. She's just a young kid. But yeah, Emma and Bus Bus is her channel name. She's fantastic. But the hikes that she does, that's what I want to go down to the States for, is the hikes and the scenery. I want to go to Bryce Canyon. I want to go to Zion National Park. And that's something that Emma does. She goes to the national parks and does the hikes. Mike and Lisa's excellent. Gotta go. But we did. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm going to check out your channel too, and I'll sub to your channel as well. But thank you so much for coming, and thank you for the subscription. We look forward to seeing you again. Have a great day. But yeah, Emma and Bus Bus, check her out. There's another young girl too. The heck is her name now? Gosh, my memory is just terrible. If I remember her name, I'll say it, but I can't think of it right now. Yeah. There's also another one that I have been following recently is Just Rowan. So Just Rowan, Rowan. She's lived in a number of different vehicles. But I think she's like from the Tacoma area, Tacoma, Washington. Her and her dog, Ruby. And they do some hikes. And I've watched some of that. So I'm inspired to go down to the States and do some hiking and stuff like that. That'd be fun. I just want to get out and see things and enjoy this life that we have. Alrighty, guys. Well, I think we're just over an hour into it. What are we? Hour and 23. Oh, do you? Yeah, Ruby's such a neat dog. I think she got her from California. And she's a mix. Like, she's a Heinz 57. She is, I think she said she's got Weimaraner and cattle dog. But she's a beautiful dog. Beautiful dog. Chocolate brown. She's got the most incredible eyes. Really, like, boink. They're very standout. Yeah, she's a super dog. Just a young dog, too. I don't think she's even a year yet. She has her own channel, too, called Just Ruby. But, yeah, Rowan and Ruby, I picked up on their channel not that long ago. And I binge-watched almost from the start, I think. And she's been in a number of different vehicles. She had a van to start with. She's also had, she had a little car. I can't remember what the model was now. And then she had a Honda Pilot. Then she's in a, I think she's in a Ford Econoline right now. But she just recently bought another Honda Pilot, so she used to do DoorDash videos. So I think she's kind of gone back to that a bit. So she picked up another Honda Pilot. She's still got the van, that's her home base, and then she's got the Honda Pilot, which she does her DoorDashing with. It's fun to watch, and she's such a great personality. She's got such a it's like an addictive personality. She's just a lovely human being. But yeah, Emma and Bus Bus. Emma's a cool personality too. She's very, very independent, but she's still pretty young. She's still exploring stuff, but I feel like she's got an old soul, if that makes any sense. Yeah, she wants to find property and do a tiny home. So she wants to get a chunk of property and build her own little tiny home. That's her end goal. And I think she'll do it. I hope she does it. I really hope she does it. That'd be fun. And I think, like, somewhere down the line for me, that'd be kind of fun too. But I want to, like, if I was going to get a chunk of property, I would almost want to make it not like a, well, maybe kind of like a campground, but geared towards van lifers and nomads, like people of that nature. Not big, huge trailers and RVs and stuff like that, but van life. So that people can come and if they're traveling across country or coming up here to Canada or wherever the heck they're going, that they can come and just camp out for a bit. Maybe set up some shower facilities and just a little laundromat kind of thing. I don't know. That'd be kind of fun. That would definitely be kind of fun. But it would just be a matter of trying to figure out where I'd want to put it. She probably will. Yeah, I think so. She seems pretty determined, and I think her end goal, I think she'll meet it. I think she'll do it. Yeah. Anyway. Okay, guys. We've got 5 people in here. But I think I'm going to go... Oh, we have 4 now. I get a kick out of... I don't know why. I get a kick out of watching the numbers go up, down, down. But I've had 5 thumbs up. That's nice. Thank you to everybody that gave a thumbs up. Again, my name is Nancy. This is my van life. Iron Fire Horse has got to go. Yeah. Yeah, go and get showered off or hosed down or whatever you need to do. I'm going to get going anyway. I've still got a couple of things to do. I want to go and get laundry done tonight. But anyway. Yeah, but thank you. So, again, my name is Nancy. I live in my Ram ProMaster 2019 Ram ProMaster 3500. It's a 159-inch wheelbase. It's extended version. It's the biggest one. It's the granddaddy of the ProMasters. Oh, a hot bath? That'd be nice. I was kind of thinking about that earlier. I thought to myself, geez, it'd be nice just to go rent a hotel room and take a nice hot soak in a tub. That'd be kind of cool. That's one thing that I miss with van life, is just being able to have a nice hot bubble bath or something and relax for 20 minutes in the tub on a nice, like on a cold fall or winter's night. That would be nice. That I do miss. I think that's probably the only thing I miss. But anyway, again, this is my van life with 2 dogs. And we've hit over 500 subscribers, and I thank you all so very, very much for subscribing. Take care, Iron Fire Horse. Have a great night. Thanks for joining. I'm glad you caught us too. It's always nice to see you in here, bud. And I hope you get all cleaned up. Don't forget to wash behind your ears. What was I saying? Oh yes, 500 subscribers. Thank you so much. I really, really deeply appreciate that, and it's heartwarming to see that the numbers are starting to climb a bit. I haven't really focused too much on the channel and trying to promote it or push the whole monetization thing. Doesn't matter to me one way or another. If it happens, it happens. If not, that's okay, because I still like doing what I'm doing. I'll still put videos out, and if people follow it, that's great. And if not, that's okay. It may not be your taste, and that's okay. I get it. But if you do, thank you so much, and thank you to everybody that has subscribed to put me over the 500 mark. So I've met 3 of the criteria. There's 3 So there's 500 subscribers. There's I'm putting out shorts and stuff like that. So you have to put 3 within 90 days or something. Done that. That's covered. No big deal. It's just the watched hours now. So that's slowly creeping up. And I think it's just a matter of putting more videos out there in shorts. I think the shorts videos are the way to go. And it just grabs people's attention. And I just need to be a little bit more creative with how I put the shorts out. And I'm still learning with that. So I apologize if some of the shorts are just kind of eh. I'm still learning with that idea. So and weather permitting, just getting outside and filming. That's a thing too. But anyway, hour and a half. I think we're done. I got to go do some things. So again, thank you so much, everybody. It's been great to have this little live, even though it was impromptu. Not everybody knew it was coming. So, but anyway, this is our life. And if you're interested in following us, please subscribe and hit that thumbs up. Give us a like or whatever, and let us know that you're interested in following us in our adventures. Anyway, guys, take care. I will see you in the next video. And again, remember, life's a journey. Enjoy the ride. Take care, guys.